What's going on, mi gente? This is Profe Gallo. In this video, I'm going to share with you the best U.S. banks for expats and frequent travelers. So stay tuned.
I couldn't take it no more, so I left the Matrix.
Compra colchones, tambores, refrigeradores, estufas, lavadoras, microondas o algo de fierro viejo que vendan. Dímelo, profe.
For those who don't know, I'm Profe Gallo. I am a U.S. military veteran that moved to the Dominican Republic, then later moved to Mexico. And with this channel, I share things, all things expat and travel related. Let's get to it. Which are the best U.S. banks for expats and frequent travelers? Number one, Charles Schwab. So Charles Schwab is a popular bank within the YouTube space, within frequent travelers, within people who just don't travel at all within the United States, because Charles Schwab does not charge you ATM fees. Now, there's no monthly maintenance fees either. There's no foreign transaction fees, which are very important for frequent travelers and expats, because if you're living abroad or spending most of your time abroad, you don't want to be dealing with foreign transaction fees. So that's very important. Also, though there are branches in the US, Charles Schwab is virtually an online bank, so it makes things easier when you're dealing with customer service when you're living abroad. It just makes things so much easier. Number two, USAA. Now, USAA is very similar to Charles Schwab. They actually have a relationship. And what you will find is it's very similar, right? There's no ATM fees. Well, there are ATM fees with USAA, but they reimburse you those ATM fees at the end of every month. There are no foreign transaction fees. And just like Charles Schwab, there are no maintenance fees. And also, there's not many branches in the United States, so it virtually acts as a online bank. So it makes it really easy when dealing with customer service and you need to get assistance with things. They're very reachable. I personally use USAA Bank. However, it's important to note that USAA is only for active duty military personnel, military reservists, and military family members, specifically spouses and daughters and sons. And also, it's for veterans, right? So if you're a veteran out there and you want USAA Bank because it's easy for you to get around and take out money, yes, USAA is probably the best choice for you as a veteran. Number three, Capital One. Now, Capital One is one of the major banks in the US. It has a lot to offer for people who are abroad, right? Expats and frequent travelers, because their debit cards do not have foreign transaction fees. So you have to use your debit card. I don't recommend it, but if you have to use your debit card abroad, it's best to use this card because there are no transaction fees. And with this account, specifically the checking account, there are no maintenance fees, and payroll is deposited up to 2 days earlier, which is the same as USAA. This bank is decent, right? It has some of the best credit cards in the game, some of the best travel cards in the game. It also has some decent accounts that are ideal for expats and frequent travelers. So therefore, this bank is something that you should consider if you are traveling abroad, or planning on moving abroad, or already living abroad. Number four, Discover. Now, when you think of Discover, you think of their credit cards, right? Like Discover It Secured, yes. But Discover actually has a personal checking account. Yes, you can get a personal checking and personal savings account with Discover. Now, Discover, their checking account, it has no maintenance fees. Its debit card earns 1% cash back on all purchases up to $3,000 per month. There are no foreign transaction fees. However, Discover is probably the least accepted card on this list. And in addition to that, they also deposit your payroll up to 2 days earlier, which is the same as USAA, which is the same as Capital One. Number 5, Wise. Now, Wise is not really a bank. It's more so a money fund services type of company, but it also operates some ways as a bank. Now, with Wise, if you sign up for Wise using an app or online, Wise will offer to ship you a debit card for $9. And with that debit card, you can deposit money on the app and that money will be available on your debit card. So the cool thing about Wise is, for one, there's no foreign transaction fees. You can have 2 withdrawals per calendar month for free. Also, the bank deals with 10 different currencies, actually more currencies, but the option to hold and send and convert 40 plus currencies at once. So you can deal with a lot of currencies within the application, but for your card, it's only available for 10 currencies. And you can go on their website to check out which currencies that are available for the debit card. Now, you can send money overseas with low and transparent fees. I personally use Wise to send money from the US to Mexico. It's not the only platform I use, but it's one of the platforms I use to send money to Mexico. And they offer some pretty decent rates, even though they went up recently. Like I said, to order a Wise debit card, it requires you to open up an account, and it'll charge you $9 fee to mail the card to your home. And you can use the card in 174 countries. Now, those are the 5 banks that I recommend for expats, US expats, and frequent travelers. Now, it's important that I include this honorable mention in this video, and that is American Express, because American Express offers personal and business accounts, which I, this year, opened up an American Express business account, and I'll make a whole different video on that, by the way. But American Express is really cool because you can earn membership reward points by swiping your debit card. Now, you only earn 1 point per $2 spent, but if you already have an American Express credit card, you can just throw that in the pile, whether it's a personal or a business card that you have. And they have a really good, decent, well, not always, but they often have a decent sign-up bonus for you. And it's a really good option if you didn't like the other 5 options that I mentioned on this video. It's important to note that the personal and business debit card for American Express charge foreign transaction fees. So if you're going to use it for your expenses that you have in the US, right? So if you're paying US cell phone bill, you can use it for that, and so forth. Personally, I use local debit and credit cards in Mexico and the Dominican Republic. I send money to those local banks using platforms that I've mentioned in this video here, or here, I don't know where it's gonna show up. And that's how I get money here in Mexico or in the Dominican Republic, and I use it in those countries. Now, on the rare occasion, I withdraw funds from the ATM and I'm not using a local debit card, I will use my USAA, as it does not incur ATM fees. Well, you get reimbursed those ATM fees at the end of the month. That's how it works. But that is all I have, mi gente. I hope you have learned something from this video. Please comment down below on the banks that you feel are best for expats and frequent travelers. Like, share, and subscribe, and come back for more videos.
What up, my people? Hola, mi gente. Gracias por tu apoyo. Da me gusta, sigue mi canal y comparte con toda tu familia. Thank you for supporting my channel. Please give it a like and subscribe and share with all your family if you enjoy my content. Peace.